This is Timothy Lee Hurst. On May 2nd, 1998, he murdered his co-worker, Cynthia Harrison, at a Popeyes restaurant in Pensacola, Florida. He had stabbed her over 60 times to death. Hurst was later convicted on the count of first-degree murder. Hurst and his legal team attempted to use his mental retardation as a mitigating factor to lighten his sentence. However, that did not work. They later used the Ring v. Arizona Supreme Court case, which states that a jury and not a judge should find the aggravating factors necessary to impose the death penalty. As a result of that, Hurst and his legal team won. In 2016, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in his favor, and he was removed from death row. It was claimed that Hurst and his Sixth Amendment right was violated, as the jury did not find the aggravating factors to impose the death penalty upon him, but the judge used a second hearing to qualify himself to the death penalty.
For the death penalty in Florida. The state Supreme Court ruled today that the death penalty requires a unanimous jury rather than 10 out of 12 jurors.
Industry, we get more from the gun.
So, ma'am, in light of the recent Supreme Court decision case, that which now more and more criminals are being let out at a expedited rate, how do you feel about the recent murders in the neighborhood?
Yeah, I would say it's quite concerning. I mean, people getting murdered left and right. I'm supposed to be in a safe neighborhood, and I would just say I'm concerned as a citizen here, and I haven't had to deal with this, so I'm upset.
This is Jane Smith, a woman from Miami, Florida. She was murdered in her home just last year by a repeat convicted felon. The convicted felon was supposed to be put on death row 3 years ago. However, since the passing of the new law, Florida no longer requires a majority vote, but a unanimous vote. The felon served another year in prison before being let out onto the streets. Then the murder of Jane Smith occurred. The felon should have been put on death row, but wasn't due to one vote. Just one vote determines life or death for not only the convict, but for an innocent person as well. This is the consequence of the ruling of Hurst v. Florida.